Hey, welcome to my channel. It is your girl Pam Obasa, the founder of The Lucrative Lady. I am so excited about this tutorial because I'm about to break down a step-by-step guide for how to get clients in 2021. My goodness, so much has changed online between 2020 and 2021. As you know, with 2020 we had the world of COVID, we had the world of lots of things happening in our world, and because of that, so many people moved their businesses online. They were forced to move their business online, and if they were to survive, right? So much has happened, and because of that, as good as that is for everybody, the only downside is that it is now a crowded market. And so the problem that a lot of people are finding right now online is that your expertise is no longer enough. Right? Your experience is no longer enough. Your skills, in fact, are actually no longer enough. You have to reinvent yourself if you want to fill your business with amazing high-paying clients. So I want to give you the step-by-step process that I take and that I teach my clients, and so that you can get going with them today. Now, before we dive in, I want to ask you for a massive favor. Hit that subscribe button, smash it, hit it, press it, whatever you want to do to it, but make sure you do that and subscribe and turn on the bell so that you'll be the first to see all of my videos when we release them, and we publish videos 3 times a week. So let's dive in. When it comes to getting clients online, one of the first places that a lot of people actually miss it is at the beginning, and that is to make sure that you are solving a real problem. The biggest problem that I see when I work with people who are very new in their business, or who have been in their business for quite some time but aren't getting any clients, aren't making any money or helping people, is that they want to solve a problem that they want to solve, as opposed to solving a problem that people actually have. A problem that people have actually put up their hand and said, "Can you help me with this?" The problem with solving a problem that you want to solve is that it is unvalidated. One of the biggest ways to make money online is to make sure that you are solving a real problem. Now, how do you ensure that you are solving a real problem? You've got to do some research. Number one, you've got to remove yourself, remove all emotion, remove all prejudice, remove everything that you think you want to do, and focus on the other person. Take the attention away from yourself and focus on the type of person that you want to help. So do some research, go into Facebook groups and find out, what are people asking for? What are they struggling with? Go to where your ideal clients are congregating and listen in on their conversations. Bring them in. Have interviews, have Zoom calls with them, do surveys if you want to. All of these things are really good ways of doing research, but I promise you that without this step, nothing else will work. It will be almost impossible to build your business because you do not have a solid foundation. You have no proof that you are actually solving a problem. And the crazy thing is that we get paid for solving problems, right? The bigger the problem you solve, the bigger the amount of money you are going to make online. And so one of the things that I always ask my clients, especially when we are working together inside of our intensives, is I say, on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being that the problem that I'm solving is a big, massive problem, and 0 being that my ideal clients don't actually care about this, where are you on that scale? Where are you? And what I'm really expecting them to say is, I'm an 8, 9, or 10. That's where you ought to be, right? The bigger the problem is, the more money you are going to make. So here's a question for you. I want you to comment below this video. Are you solving a real problem? Or are you solving something that you think your ideal clients want solving? Right? Are you solving a real problem? Have you done some research? Do you have proof that you are solving a real problem? These are real questions that I want you to answer in the comments, because it's going to help you massively. Number 2, niche into a hungry market. This is another area that a lot of people miss it. So many people are scared of niching in. Why? Because a lot of people believe that by niching in that they will be cutting off a segment of their audience, but this isn't the case. You've probably heard this phrase, but I'm going to say it again. If you're speaking to everyone, then you are speaking to no one. You are more than likely going to make your business a success if you are completely settled and straight and understand exactly who your ideal client is, and you have niched into a specific audience. Let's imagine I'm in a room and there are so many other people in the room with me. Let's imagine that somebody comes into the room and they start calling out, hello, hello, hello. What would happen? We would all turn around, look at that person like, you're crazy. Who are you calling? Be more specific. But imagine if the person who is looking for somebody came into the room and said, I'm looking for a woman. She's black, she's wearing pink lipstick, she's got natural hair. I believe they're called sister locks, and she's wearing a dark top as well. Is that woman in this room? Now they are being specific. Then I, as Pam Obasa, might turn around and go, oh, okay, that's... You're clearly looking for me. Do you see my point? They are being specific. And so the likelihood of them targeting the exact person that they want to communicate with is very high because they are being specific. And that essentially is what niching in is. The most amazing thing about niching in is that it allows you to be the big fish in a very, very small pond, as opposed to being the small fish, the small itty bitty fish in a big pond full of sharks and whales and all other sea creatures that are just there biting and fighting for attention, which is what the online marketing space is like right now. So by niching in, you actually take yourself away from all of that madness and you put yourself in a smaller space, but you get to dominate that space. And that is where you want to be. You want to be the authority. And in order to be the authority, you have to niche in. So that is number 2. Comment below and let me know, are you niched in? What is your niche? So number 3, now this is one that is going to probably be, a little bit different to what you have heard, and that is to stop selling and instead lead with storytelling. Hold up, you mean a business coach is telling you to stop selling? Yes. You see, one of the biggest problems with marketers or people in business or coaches, consultants, and anybody who is trying to get into business is that their first point of call is, I want clients, I want sales, I want to sell, sell, sell. And because of that, everything that they produce is a sell, 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 because that is their focus. And I can't blame you, because that is what a lot of coaches are teaching, and that is what we see online. And in fact, I was guilty of that. But would it surprise you if I told you that my business actually grew the moment I stopped selling, the moment I stopped looking for clients, and the moment I repositioned myself and instead led with storytelling? This is exactly how my business grew. I started to think about some of the stories that I have, and we all have stories. And in fact, you are just one story away. Honestly, believe you me, you are one story away. So I started to look at what stories I have, and I remember going to, when we could travel, I remember going to visit my husband, for lunch. He used to work in central London, and I would take the train and go and have lunch with him. And on the train, I would sit on my phone and I would craft stories every single day. I'd wake up in the morning and I'd craft stories about the day before. I'd be on the train or in the car whilst I'm next to my husband, and I would be crafting something. And I took a huge break from just going, buy from me, do this, hire me and work with me, to just sharing stories online. And this is what happened. Before I knew it, people started to hit me in my inbox. People started to email. People would get on calls with me, to the point where I then needed to hire a sales team. I had 4 women working with me because we were so inundated with inquiries that there was no way I could handle it. And this only happened because I stopped selling and instead led with storytelling. So here is the truth. Storytelling is so powerful. In fact, it is the fastest way to get clients. Why? Because it gives you the permission and gives you access to connecting with them in a deeper way than anything else would. Because guess what? People buy from people who they know, like, and trust. They don't buy from people who are trying to sell to them. No. If you want people to buy from you, you first have to understand that they have to first buy into you. And once a person has bought into you, guess what? They will buy from you over and over and over and over again. And this is where you get to create a consistent flow of clients. Why? Because it's not just different people hiring you and buying your stuff. No, it's the same people and new people. And they're buying from you over and over again. But first they have to buy into you. And it is because of this that I decided decided to put together a masterclass that is completely centered on how to turn your story and expertise into a wildly profitable coaching business. This is the exact strategy that has taken my business to 6 figures a month, and I'm going to be teaching that live. I'm not holding anything back. There'll be workbooks and all sorts of things, so really help you to get results inside of this masterclass. And guess what? It is 100% free. So check out the link below this video and make sure you save your seat, because I am really excited to change this industry and help you to stop selling and instead to lead with stories. Number 4 is to set yourself a target. How many clients do you want to work with? Strike that. Let me ask you this. How much money do you want to make in your business in the next 12 months? Did you know that the best way to set your target is to work from the end back to the beginning? That's right. So you figure out how much money you want to make in your business in the next 12 months. So let's say you said, Pam, I want to make 6 figures in the next 12 months. Let's call it £100,000 or $100,000, whatever your currency is. That's fine. So you want to make 100,000 in the next 12 months. Then the next question is, what is your offer going to be? And what is the vehicle going to be? And you've got to figure out, if you want to make 6 figures, £100,000 or $100,000 in the next 12 months, how much money do you need to be bringing in every single month in order for that to happen? The problem is that most people set their goals, and what they're really doing is setting up pipe dreams. Why do I call them pipe dreams? I call them pipe dreams because there is no way under the sun that they would hit that goal. Why? Because it is just a number. There's nothing holding them to it. There's no, they don't have a big why as to why they want to make that money. They don't have a vehicle. They don't have an offer. They have nothing concrete, but deep down, they still want this thing, and it's not going to happen because they haven't done what I'm asking you to do right now. They haven't done what I'm asking you to do right now. They're not solving a big problem. They haven't niched in. They're not using storytelling to lead them and to sell instead of just being salesy. They haven't set a concrete target, and they have no plan from how to get from A to B. There is no plan. Did you know that the majority of people, I'm talking 99% of business owners who are not making it right now, it is for that one reason. So set your target. And set your target high, but remember to reverse engineer your target so that you can hold yourself accountable month after month after month and really track your progress to see how close you are to reaching that goal. Number 5 in how to get coaching clients in 2021 is to create a multi-video strategy. So earlier I talked about storytelling, the power of storytelling, and how not only has it changed my business, but it has changed all of my clients' businesses. And one of the vehicles that we use with storytelling is video. You've got to create a multi-video strategy. I was having a meeting with my sales team the other day, and we were just talking about, what is working now. I love evaluating. And they said to me, Pam, every time we get on a call and we ask, what was it that, when we ask the client, what was it that that caused you to book a call with Pam? And they go, I've watched all her videos. I love all of Pam's videos. I love the stories that she tells. I feel so connected to her. I love her. I understand her. I get exactly where she's coming from. I get exactly what she's doing. I know exactly how she's going to help me. And I'm ready to enroll in working with Pam. And it is one of the easiest conversations to have when you not only use storytelling, but you use a multi-video strategy. Now, what does it mean? A multi-video strategy is that you are not just creating one video, but you are making video the vehicle that you are using all the time in your business. You can spend all day, every single day, writing Facebook posts or writing emails, but I can tell you that one good video with your one story is going to trump everything else that you do. I can promise you that. So I want you to make sure that you are using video marketing in your business every single day. And in your videos, don't make them boring. Make them about you. Make them about stories. Let people buy into who you are, because like I said before, once they have bought into you, they will buy from you over and over and over again. Number 6 is to create a high ticket offer. Oh, now this one is going to ruffle a lot of people's feathers because so many people are scared of charging high. Now, I get it. I actually used to be that person. I remember for the first 18 months of my business, I actually struggled to sell a $500 offer. Now you can hear from my accent that I'm from the UK. I'm actually a London girl, but I was selling in dollars because my money mindset was so low. And in my mind, I sort of thought that if I sold in dollars, when the conversion rate is a little bit lower, I would get more clients. But the truth of the matter is that I was self-sabotaging myself and selling myself short, just like you are. That's right, you watching me right now. The crazy thing that I learned is that it takes the same amount of effort to sell a $500 offer as it does to sell a $2,000 or £2,000 offer. It also takes the same amount of effort to sell a £10,000 or a $10,000 offer. It also takes the same amount of effort to sell a £20,000 or $20,000 offer. The crazy thing is that the Pam that you see here today, who has super high ticket offers and sells them with ease, is the same Pam who struggled to sell a $500 offer. And the clear difference between the two, and what has helped me to build a 6 figures a month business, is simply because I grew in my mindset. I placed a high value on my skills and I backed it up with expertise. I went back to school, guys, right? I did the work, right? And I still do the work. I did the very things that I'm sharing with you. I followed these steps and I still follow these steps over and over and over and over again. And that is what I mean by going back to school. You see, the problem is too many people want to cut corners, right? That's what I mean by pipe dreams. They want to cut corners. They don't want to do the work. I hope that you are not that person. But if you are a person and you are serious about your goals, then you want to place a high value on yourself and create a high ticket offer. Now, what is a high ticket offer? A high ticket offer is an offer that is above 3K. So $3,000, £3,000, an offer that is above that. And I can promise you that it is so much easier to sell than anything lower, actually. And that leads me to number 7. Number 7 is to master how to close clients like a pro. Again, when it comes to selling a high ticket offer, you need to get comfortable with having conversations and consultations. The problem is that a lot of people get onto, a Zoom call or even a consultation over the phone, and they start giving their services away for free. Do not give your service away for free. In fact, if you do that, you are doing your potential client a disservice, and you are really lowering your value, the value that you have placed on yourself. Instead, when you get on a sales call, you want to be an investigator. That's really all you want to be. You want to lead with questions. You want to ask questions that will lead to the answers that you are looking for, that helps your prospect to actually come to the realization that they not only need help, but they cannot solve the problem themselves, that they need you. You see the difference? And that is what being a master at sales is truly about. You're investigating. You're asking a ton of questions. You are guiding your clients to make the decision themselves. You're not bashing them over the head and forcing them to come to a decision there and then. No, you are leading them to make that decision of their own accord. But where a lot of people actually miss the sale is that they believe that closing the client is what happens on the call. No, that isn't the case, right? When you set up your business in the right way and when you lead with storytelling, what happens is that your prospects have actually given you what's known as a micro commitment before they even get on that call. What is that micro commitment? A micro commitment is when they have said yes in their own heart and in their own head, even before scheduling their call. And this is why in my business, we have a 60 to 80% conversion rate of a high ticket offer. It is because we have created a multi-video strategy using storytelling, just like I'm teaching you that right now, that allows our clients to give us a micro commitment even before they get on a call. Why? Because when they get on a call, we're not actually trying to convince them to invest in our program. And this is what a lot of people do and where they get it wrong. We're not trying to convince you. No, we want you to say yes of your own accord. We want it to be filled with joy, because we know that it is when that happens that you will do the best work and you will also get the best results. So let me know in the comments, do you struggle closing clients? Do you struggle with what to ask them? Do you struggle with that? I want to give you a gift. It's going to be a competition. I'm going to choose the 50th person who comments on this. What I'm going to send you is I'm going to send you one of my best 7-figure sales scripts to help you to master how to close clients on a sales call. Do you want that? Comment below and let me know that you want it. Now, here's how to get this. I'm going to choose the 50th comment. So don't worry if you're number 5, if you're number 10, keep coming back. Share this video, comment, answer questions, ask questions. All of these things count. But I want you to do the work. I want you to show me in the comments that you have taken something away from this. So tell me below this video, what is one thing, one strategy that you have taken away from watching this? That is one thing that I want to hear from you, as well as anything else you want to share with me in order to be able to win my 7-figure sales script. I promise you this script is pretty much what has helped me. It's the script that I use. It's the script that I have used to train my sales team. This is the thing. This is the thing that is going to help you to close really, really well and with ease. So I'm excited to send it to you if you are the 50th comment under this video. Now, before I leave, I want you to do one more thing. Make sure that you are registered for my masterclass. I'm so excited to help you to turn your story and expertise into a wildly successful coaching business. I'm going to be running it over the next few days, and I cannot wait to see you on there. Make sure you grab the link right below this video. Now, before I go, I want you to check out this playlist where I teach you how to get clients from Facebook for free, simply by following a few steps and optimizing your Facebook page so that clients find you. Make sure you check that out, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. See you then.